going to be reviewing some of the best TVs right now in 2023, and we're going to be doing it in a different way. Since a lot of reviewers love to do out-of-the-box reviews, that's really no different than going into a Best Buy and doing exactly what I'll be doing today and telling you what looks good and what basically doesn't. So essentially looking at the G3 to start things off here, this is LG's Gallery OLED. And I'm saying right now, I mean, it looks pretty good. I think we all know that, right? Very bright, highlight placement's good, and it's an OLED. What I really like is the way that how motion is kind of being represented here. Those droplets of water look really crisp and really clean. And I think, again, if you've got the money, it's definitely worth investing in this particular TV. LG OLEDs have been getting better with years that have passed as time goes on. And this is basically no exception as they continue to just dazzle. The color red particularly has seen improvements, though in this example it's not really the best. But overall, it's still looking like a really, really solid set. Now, they like all these weird abstract demos because they catch the eye and they make you look. But ultimately speaking, it's still a good TV, and this is definitely one of the top picks this year. Now, one thing that's pretty cool and really new is TCL and Hisense now have their spot inside of a Best Buy. So it took a few years, but we're finally here and we're finally seeing that happen. I mean, it used to be only LG, Sony, and Samsung, and now we're seeing the mini LEDs from Hisense kind of step up, and it's really nice to see. So this here is their U8K. This is, I believe, the 75-inch version. Not entirely sure off the top of my head. I believe it's the 75-inch, but it looks pretty good. Or maybe it's not the U8K. No, it's definitely the U8K, but it's very interesting. I also really can't stand the design this year. I don't know if you can see this, but they used to have brush metal, and now it's just cheap ass plastic. Build quality definitely going down as time goes on, but what can you really do about that? Picture quality looks good though. Can't wait to see what else they start putting up there as time goes on. Now, of course, we go over to TCL here. TCL, they're moving up in the world, I tell you what. Their TVs look really good. Picture quality right now looks pretty impressive as well. I'm thinking that that's the QM8. It's definitely the QM8 with how good the black levels are. Very impressive. That's the one thing about the QM8 that I really did enjoy. The black levels are really darn good. It's almost like you really honestly don't need to buy OLED anymore, if you're afraid of burn-in, which is a total win for us. I mean, look at that crown right now. It's absolutely incredible. Again, another solid pick. And I'm using a cell phone to record this, so normally you would see glowing and haloing and all that stuff, and you just don't have any of that stuff here. It's just clean, man. It's freaking awesome. So let's see the next pick. This is Sony's A80L. Now, I've already reviewed this year. You can see it right there. This is their 40. No, this isn't. This is a 55. It looks like a 40-inch. It's so tiny. There's no way this is a 55er. This definitely got to be their 49-inch or something, because that is really small, very small. I would even say that's probably 43 inches. That's really tiny. It's definitely not 55. But it's really blue and very cold, not very impressive. Highlight placements on Sony, definitely really impressive, but that's almost the only thing that they really do offer. Wasn't really all that impressed with the A80L, to be completely honest, comparatively to everything else on the market. Now, this at the bottom is the Sony X90L. This is their 85-incher. I mean, it looks pretty bad. Now, I've got audio going off behind me here, but you guys can get an idea of what the image quality looks like. But I'm not impressed. I already see haloing, and we're in a bright retail environment, and it already can't have black levels totally buttoned up. It's not everything was terrible that I just saw, but that definitely wasn't impressive. Alright, so we're going to look to see what the black levels are going to look like on this demo, since this is the main retail demo loop that they use. And it's pretty chaotic. Not bad. Could be better though. Definitely could be better. So comparatively to the 90L, way better color on the 93. Way better contrast, significantly better highlight placement. By a lot. It's don't even buy the 90. Let me look at the color compared to the 93. Just buy that instead. It's better. Much better. Still want to see some of the black levels off at an angle though. But that highlight placement is ridiculously good. Especially in this shot. It's pretty impressive. They really got to make it in more sizes though. It's too restrictive as it is. But not bad.
You know, brightness.
Oh yeah. Contrast, highlight.
Both worlds, yeah.
Brightness. Still noticing those motion artifacts that still return from the 95, which I'm not a fan of. Especially on this demo, which runs at native 60, which sucks for literally everybody, but they gotta figure out that motion. That's like their only weak point now. Like, the 93 looks pretty darn good though. Especially in this size, it's more immersive, I'd say. Definitely more immersive. Highlights are kicking on them cars. But when they hit that dirt, those artifacts are not good. That pretty red though, it's not bad at all. The sky is gorgeous. My goodness. Looking at the OLED wall, I mean, the G3 is to the right, the C3 is to the left, and the G3 obviously has way better highlights, and overall the picture's just better for sure. Now it's not like day and night, oh my god, just run out and buy it different, but like if you had the extra cash knocking around, the G3 definitely has the better highlights, like as the sun and all the little lights, ray of lights, really, like that's what they're killing on the G3, that like it's just fucking incredible. Like looking at it, like just at face value, like my eyes gravitate immediately to the G3, where it's like the C3, it's a good TV, but it's definitely not hitting like the G3 for sure. Like the G3 has like that like almost bioluminescent glow, which is like, that's always what I look for on these TVs, and that's doing that out of the box in retail store lighting. So you can only imagine, like with my settings, how just absolutely gnarly something like that would be. So yeah, definitely impressed with that. QN 800C 75-inch up here, and its motion's really bad, like very jittery, not like ideal at all. Highlights are okay. I saw way better on the QM8 for sure, which is hilarious because this is supposed to be an 8K TV, and the QM8 was much sharper. Black levels are okay on this, but whoa, is it over sharpened. Everything is fluorescent and neon, doesn't look very realistic. So yeah, this TV is going to be one of those that like is going to need a lot of work. I mean, it's sharp, but it's overly sharp. It's just, you could do way better for the money for sure. And then of course there is no real 8K content anyway, so like why even buy it? And then this is the 85-inch QN 900C. More of the same. Honestly, it's hilarious, but the 800C actually looks better than the 900C, which is supposedly the step-up model, which is like just ridiculous. Look at the color difference. We're off at an angle too, and just look at the color differences. Like, it just got bodied. Like, that was pretty bad. Like, that was really bad for the 900C. So yeah, I would just buy the 800 if you were between the 800 and the 900. Now I call these the low tier TVs because that's kind of what they are. You have the QN, what is it, 80C, and then the QN 85C. Honestly, they are just dumpster fire TVs. I'm just being real with you. You're way better off going with TCL and Hisense. You're gonna pay the same amount of money and you're gonna get a better picture. This looks very pukey and very flat. So yeah, definitely not feeling this and not impressed in the least. My eye immediately gravitated towards this TV and I was like, what the hell is this TV? This is the S90C, this is the 65-inch. And then I saw at the top of the TV that really grabbed my eye, but that of course is the S95C. I don't know what it is, man, but Samsung with these cutie OLEDs, man, they're hitting hard. I mean, just look at it. It's very colorful, very impressive. I mean, those reds are so freaking pure. Just to die for, man. Like, absolutely incredible. See, these are the TVs you absolutely want to get. Like, I wouldn't even say if like price isn't an option, just wait for the sale day, because like honestly these TVs are like, they're it for sure. We're still waiting for the Sony A90L, but they're A95L, but these right here, my goodness, what a treat. But that G3 is something special too though. Like, I really was impressed with that. Probably be the next TV I review because that was really impressive. Even though I had it earlier in the year, you know, life happened to me, so got a little setback, but we definitely got to check that one out and make some settings for that bad boy, because that was just damn impressive. But this S95C up here, bro, like the lipstick is just killing me right now. It's incredible. Such a show. Such a show. My goodness. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the 93L, the 93L is pretty damn impressive. Like, at least in the store. Like, this one is catching my eye almost as much as some of the other ones. So I'd say the top three right now: the Sony X93L for sure, the G3 pretty much all day every day with its exceptional highlight placement, and the Samsung S95C. Definitely impressive, but the 90 not bad either. I think the 90C is also decent. It's not as good, obviously, as the step up, but yeah, these are like the top three, man. So that being said, let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching the #1 brand in honesty, and until the next video, I'll see you guys later.